Good evening. I'm Chris Chansing. Day 378 of the Biden administration. The House January 6th investigation is sharpening its focus on efforts to pressure former Vice President Mike Pence to try to overturn the 2020 election. Today, the Select Committee spent 9 hours speaking with Pence's former chief counsel, Greg Jacob. This comes less than a week after Mark Short, the former vice president's chief of staff, testified before investigators. The New York Times reports, quote, Mr. Short and Mr. Jacob were both closely involved in Mr. Pence's consideration of whether to go along with Mr. Trump's insistence that he try to block the official count of Electoral College results. The Times adds that days before the insurrection, they both met with John Eastman, the lawyer who insisted Pence had the power to stop certification of the vote. The Washington Post has reported that Jacob clashed with Eastman and pushed back against his advice. So maybe it's no surprise the committee had 9 hours of questions for Jacob. Here's Committee Chairman Benny Thompson's take.
We're glad he came, and obviously it's part of the work that we do. And he's a great patriot. He loves this country more so than other people who don't.
And this afternoon, another committee member explained what investigators hoped to learn.
Understanding what that pressure was, what plans were in place, and what pressure was applied on the former vice president. To what extent was the former president or those people surrounding him involved in orchestrating and hatching this plan? So that is the work of this committee, is to get all of those facts, all of those details.
Today, Donald Trump, who on Sunday admitted he wanted Pence to overturn the 2020 election, launched an attack on his former vice president. Trump issued a statement that said the January 6th committee should be looking at, quote, why Mike Pence did not send back the votes for recertification or approval, in that it has now been shown that he clearly had the right to do so. Meanwhile, the committee is set to hear from Oath Keepers founder Stewart Rhodes tomorrow. Rhodes has pleaded not guilty to a seditious conspiracy charge he's facing related to the Capitol riot.